Oh, I started music 5 years ago. I was really too scared to sing in front of people, and then I decided I wanted to show the world that I could do it. So I posted a YouTube video, and I don't know, it's I guess just history from there. I met another YouTuber who lived in the neighborhood, and we collaborated, and he helped me gain a following, and here I am. Yeah. At first I just did it because I liked to sing. I wasn't planning on being a singer. I wasn't planning on doing music for my career. I just liked it, and it was fun, and I thought I was okay at it. And so at first it was just a hobby, and then it turned into something bigger that I didn't realize would happen. And so a year ago I realized that I needed to be more responsible with the following that I have on all the social media and YouTube and stuff. Okay, so the first EP that I came out with, I think, was called Hello Alex G. Oh my gosh. These were the first songs that I had ever written, ever. And I wrote them by myself. And the first song was 19. It was called 19. And I'm like proud of it. Like, I think for the first songs that I'd ever written, I think they're not bad. They're kind of funny to look back on because 19 was about how I was angry at my parents. They got over it. But the second EP was called Found, and I did a little bit more co-writing with that EP, and it was good. There's one song in particular on that EP called Tale as Old as Time. And it's a funny story because I play that song in my shows now as a joke because I didn't write the song. And when I got it, a girl named Katie McAllister wrote the song, and she sent it to me, and I couldn't understand what she was saying. So I just sang what I heard. And I came out with ridiculous lyrics, like should have looked at it with the glass half open, which, if you don't know, that makes no sense. But it was good. It was all just growing and learning, and I'm glad that now I think I trust myself more as a writer, and so I write my songs by myself now, actually. I prefer to do that. Okay, so my album. I don't know. I wanted to self-title it because honestly, I couldn't think of a better name. And it was my first real album, and it was kind of like my story. The kind of songs that you can find on there are they're a little bit different than the songs that I'm coming out with now, but they're like pop songs. A lot of songs about my relationship at the time. Yeah, you can find a lot of, I had a lot of attitude in some of them. I was like, pretend you're a real man and stuff like that. And so I look back on it, and I connect to them, but not as much as I used to because it's not really my story anymore. I'm proud of what I did, and I got to work with amazing writers, but I don't know. I'm always looking forward on what's next. What am I doing next? Yeah. Jason Mraz is amazing. He's amazing. You don't realize how talented he is until he's sitting right next to you singing with you. When that happened, I was like, I still am, but before I worked with him, I was listening to his music and such a big fan. And he's just the most down-to-earth, humble person. I was really nervous to write with him because he's so successful and so talented, and he was just very open to all of my ideas and writing about the story that I wanted to write about, and he was so kind, and you would never know that he had all these #1 hits, you know? He was wonderful. Yeah. I definitely prefer to sing my own songs. I was doing a lot of covers in the beginning of my YouTube career, a lot more than I do now, which I should do more, but it's been very busy. And once I start focusing on my original songs, I forget kind of about covers. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. Or I should probably cover that song because it's really big right now. But I think it was exciting when I was growing my channel. Yes. And part of growing your channel is you have to cover popular songs. And so it was really fun, and I was kind of just figuring out how the YouTube thing worked. And now I realize that I love my original music, and I want to put that out more than anything. To originals, yeah. I think because people don't know what to expect. They just see you do a bunch of different styles. Like, I covered Thrift Shop, and I was rapping, and then I covered Taylor Swift, and then I covered Ed Sheeran, and I was like this ballad, this piano ballad. And so I think people didn't quite know what kind of artist I was. And with the first record, with the first album of original music, I was kind of steered in the direction of, you're going to be the next Demi Lovato, or we should make you like the next Colby Kylie, or this person or that person. And so I think I wasn't 100% me yet. I still was kind of trying to make myself sound like all these other popular artists that I was covering. And I think now I don't even think about any of that. I just write whatever comes out, because that's me. And it's really as simple as that. I think it took a long time for me to realize how to change from a cover artist to an original artist. Yeah. All they know is my name, 'cause I got nothing to say. So I came up with Share Your Story at the beginning of this year, and I had been going through a lot of changes in my life, a lot of relationship changes, personal growth, and I had been sharing parts of my story and myself with people very close to me, parts that I've never shared before, because I think that we all have things about ourselves that we don't like and that we are afraid to be honest about. And when I did share those things, I realized that I was loved more than I was before even. And I was like, wow, like sharing my story was so impactful. I want to share that with my fans. And so what I did was I asked them to send in their stories, like what makes them them. And we got in over 1,300 stories. I know, it was insane. I was like, what did I do? And we read through all of them, and I picked 5 to write a song about with their name as the title. And it was so amazing, just because there were so many people with the same story. And it just proves that, like, we are not alone, and we think we are, but we're definitely not. And it was just so powerful. Yeah, that's what Share Your Story is. I don't understand it. If we're being honest, like, I did not do anything. I did not ask them to support me in this way. What happened was this is what I know because of what I see on Twitter, but there are 2 girls, and they run the Alex G Spain account. Yes. And as far as I know, we told them, they begged us to come to Spain, and please come to Spain. And I was like, I'm trying. It's so hard because it's so expensive and it's out of the way. And so what happened was, I think they just were like calling into the radio stations and gathering everyone to do that. And they were like starting this huge wave of support. And I didn't do anything. They just eventually, all of a sudden, I'm playing on like a bunch of different radio stations. I think also my song Too Far is on the radio, and I'm just blown away. And so when that happened, I was like, I have to come to Spain. Like, I have to. And I told my team, I was like, hey, look what they're doing over there in Spain. Look at these girls and what they've started. And everyone agreed, you have to go to Spain. So we weren't supposed to be here. I was not supposed to be here right now. But literally because of their support, I am here talking to you. And I'm about to play my first show in Spain tomorrow in Barcelona, and then Madrid the next day. And I am actually Spanish. I have Spanish in my blood. So it's really cool to be here. Yeah. Charlotte was the first story that I picked in all of the stories. Her story, she is a 16-year-old girl from France, and her story was that she doesn't have a story. She said, I'm not important. All my friends have better lives than me, and they're more interesting, and I just wake up and the time goes by and nothing happens, and I'm sorry, but I don't mean anything. I am nothing. And I said, I'm going to prove you wrong. So I picked her story first, and I wrote a song about it, and I am so proud of it. It has been just incredible to see her story. Someone who thought that she didn't even have a story changed the lives of like thousands of people. And the music video for it is out on my YouTube channel right now, and I did that with a lot of my friends. They are all in it. You guys can go check that out. But there was something very emotional and powerful in the room when they all came in. All of the girls who sang in it cried during their performance. And it was real. Like, they weren't like they would come in one after another and just start crying when they were performing the song. And they were like, there was something so, I don't know, just like electric is the word that they use. And it was so cool because without Charlotte, that wouldn't have been possible. So Charlotte, the actual girl, Charlotte, is affecting a lot of people. And I think that that's really, really awesome. Not yet. My show in France, in Paris, is coming up in a few days. It's on the 10th, I think. Yes, it's on the 10th. And I hear she's going to be at the show. But I don't know. I have met Elena. I met Elena in Hamburg a few days ago, and oh my gosh, I love her. I love her. She's so awesome. We talked to her beforehand and just like shared each other's lives, and then she came up on stage and everyone was like cheering for her and she was crying, and I was like, this is amazing. So that's cool. I've met Elena and Royston. And it was just really special, but I'm really excited to meet Charlotte. Yeah. Playing in my head almost every night. I wasn't prepared for. Okay, so the second single is Muriel, and she's from Chile. And that music video was supposed to go out a little bit earlier, but it did not because it was not ready yet. And I'm working on that now, and actually it should be out pretty soon. I don't have an exact date yet, but I'm thinking within the next few days or week or something. But the music video for that, it was really cool because we had an actress come in and play Muriel. And the story is that Muriel met her father for the first time when she was 7 years old. And then a few years later, he left. And she's very sad about it and just wants to be loved by him. And this girl who we got for the video, turns out she has the exact same story as Muriel. And we did not even know. And so when she was acting in it, she was like, it was so real. And it was really powerful. But I'm very excited for you to see it. It's coming out soon. My whole EP is out on iTunes right now, so you guys can like listen to it before the video comes out. I wasn't prepared for a last goodbye. Yes, to that second question. This place is awesome. I wanted to come to Spain because I think the girls. Not just the fact that Spain is beautiful, but I wanted to come and meet these girls, and I'm actually about to meet them in like an hour. We asked them to take me and Tori, my best friend, who's here with me in my band. We asked them to take us out and like go sightseeing and things. So I'm going to meet Anna and Marta, and I'm very excited because I feel like they're celebrities. And really, it's just because I'm only here because they demanded it. They're like, "You are coming. We are gonna make sure it happens," and so that's why. Yeah.